Good morning. Rami here with your second stimulus check update and second stimulus package update for Sunday, August 30th. Hope you're having a really nice weekend. So yesterday, we spoke about Mark Meadows saying that the president is ready to sign a $1.3 trillion bill, and we're taking that as progress and good news. Nancy Pelosi doesn't want to budge from the $2.2 trillion bill, and something is just gotta give at some point. So let's see what our options are right now, and I'd love to hear your input too. Let's break down the status of the stimulus package right after you please hit the like button on the video. It really helps out the channel. Let's try to reach 10,000 likes on this video. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as we close in on 200,000 subscribers, so I can update you on everything regarding the second stimulus check and stimulus package, plus more money and finance news. Nancy Pelosi is hardlining on the $2.2 trillion package and doesn't want to budge. She said that we have said again and again that we're willing to come down and meet them in the middle. That would be $2.2 trillion. And when they're ready to do that, we'll be ready to discuss and negotiate the particulars. But listen, something is gotta give. Either the Democrats have to agree to a lower number or the Republicans have to agree to a higher number. Why? Because the Labor Department reported that more than 1 million Americans filed for unemployment in the last week, and small business relief plans like the Paycheck Protection Program have ended. So tens of millions of Americans are still suffering and nothing is getting better. 30 million people are facing evictions and about the same number of people reported hunger. This is not America, and this is not how it's supposed to be. We elected those leaders to help us, not leave us out on the streets suffering in the middle of a pandemic. All these senators are making hundreds of thousands of dollars and they're worth millions, and never missed a paycheck during this whole time while doing nothing for the American people and going on plenty of vacations in the meantime. All this, and it's an election year. I can't imagine how much less they would have done if this wasn't an election year. So what are our options here? We have a few. Let's start with the worst case scenario, which I think is highly unlikely, and that is no deal, no stimulus package, and no stimulus checks. If they keep bickering on the numbers and both sides don't budge, then there will be no deal. Democrats pass their big bill in the House, Republicans will pass a small bill in the Senate, then we have nothing. This is very unlikely for several reasons. Like I said, it's an election year. 35 senators and the entire House is up for re-election. So it's hard to believe that after all these talks and promises and bills, they don't give their constituents anything. No unemployment, no stimulus checks, no PPP money for small businesses, and no money for schools, and money for testing and vaccines. I really don't think that's an option. So what other options are there? Well, the Senate is going back into session on September 8th, and a key report will come out right before then, and that is the August jobs report. So if unemployment numbers and all the data that comes out of that report are looking positive, and President Trump holds a press conference saying we have a historic jobs report like he did the last couple of months, then that might put more pressure on the Democrats to come down from their high package number and agree with the Republicans on a smaller, more reasonable bill. This is not unlikely. I mean, Democrats didn't want to budge from the $3.4 trillion package. Then they went down to $3 trillion and didn't want to budge from that. And then they went down now to $2.2 trillion. And now they don't want to budge from that either. But the economy is really recovering. Then they might have to budge from that number as well. And maybe the Republicans can go a few $100 billion higher from the $1.3 trillion and just meet at about $1.5 trillion or so. Another option is if the economy and the jobs report look horrible from August and the data and unemployment numbers are bad, then the Republicans will say, okay, this is not a V-shaped recovery like we thought, the numbers are getting worse and we need to finally do something. It will also give more leverage for the Democrats to say, look, we told you so, and remember, it's still an election year. So Republicans might as well cave and do a stimulus bill. Republican Senator and Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said many times that the economy needs one last boost, one last economic stimulus, and he promised stimulus checks, PPP money, and money for schools and liability protections. So he better keep up with his promise. So bottom line is, I think one of the two options of passing a bill is likely, either a small bill or a large bill. But a no bill option, I really think is highly unlikely given the current circumstances, a pandemic an election year, millions of people facing evictions, 30 million people unemployed, businesses shutting down forever, food prices are skyrocketing, and people who are on fixed income that's already very low, like those on Social Security, SSDI, and SSI, need the help now also. Things are not looking good at all. The American people need the money and they need it now. So let me know which option or scenario is going to end up playing out here. I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Are we going to see a large stimulus bill, a small one, or no stimulus at all? Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos for you. And make sure to check the link in the description for the SoFi Money account. If you open an account using the link below and deposit $500, you'll get a $50 bonus. Then you can refer your family and friends and get $50 from every referral, up to $10,000 per year. So that's a good way to make a few $100s right there. The account has no fees, no minimum fees, no overdraft fees, and no ATM fees at over 55,000 ATMs around the world. Also, don't forget to get your free stock from Robinhood and 2 free stocks from Webull, with one of them potentially worth up to $1,400 when you deposit only $100, which is just like cash. You can take it out anytime you feel like it. This promotion ends tomorrow. Links are in the description below. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.